Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Allie. I am starting a weekday reading vlog, although it's already Tuesday, so just go with it. I am just getting out of a very, very bad mood that lasted for like a whole week, but I'm on the other side, my friends, and it's feeling good. I do need to clean up my house because I've completely ignored it, and I want to remind myself that there are things that make life fun. That means books, painting, eating food, watching movies with my husband, yada yada yada. The TBR for this week is tentatively the following books. First of all, I am in like the first 25% of my annual reread of Just Listen. Just kidding, this is This Lullaby by Sarah Dessen. This is my favorite Sarah Dessen book. I'm obsessed with it. So good. Every now and then I'll put little notes in my Sarah Dessen books when I'm rereading them, although the past couple years I've been listening to the audiobooks. This is a note that the stain right here is from a Starbucks mozzarella sandwich from September 2016. Also, my friend's biology teacher's phone number. I also did get access last night to this audiobook that came out today, but I will be getting my hard copy or like my physical copy in the mail tomorrow, so I think I'm going to make myself wait. It's kind of fun, the anticipation, you know what I mean? And then when I did my book haul yesterday, these two were screaming my name, so I might get to them this week. We'll see. Also, I just got a new pair of AirPods and I got this little case for them that looks like the Hubba Bubba gum tape. I love it. It's so cute. And I'm going to pick up all these books that are on the floor from my book haul, which I'll probably show you in a second.
Clear nights when all the haze gets washed away. Smooth flights to Cabinet's Marvel escape. From the back to the front, from the ground, going up and I feel something. Like the sky, hold the light, let it shine till my heart starts to say something. Stay, blackberry days, blooms on the horizon. Way under the rays, watch the world brighten. All these things are given to us. All these shine like gold in the dust. Stay, blackberry days, blooms on the horizon. Eyes up.
Hi, welcome to Hump Day. I'm on my lunch break. I have Pippi Longstocking hair and I have mail. I have some other updates too, but my lunch break is about to end. We need to go get the mail because something is in there. And you know what it is. It is here. I'm gonna start this after work. I might start it now with the audiobook. What do you think? Also, how funny is it that my pre-order is here for this? It came out yesterday and I still haven't got my Crescent City book. Some other updates before I have to go back to work. I did finish the audiobook for Sarah Dessen's This Lullaby. I absolutely love this book. I don't love the audiobook. I think it was made before like audiobooks were very popular and as well crafted as they are now. The narrator tends to continue reading into the next chapter or even into the next break as if it was just a PDF and an ongoing sentence, and it's really annoying. But I like how accessible it is. I like that I can listen to it whenever. Love this book. I guess it's technically new adult because she just graduated high school. Our main character is really jaded because her mom's been married like 5 times. And so she's this sort of popular bitchy girl. She's known for serial dating, and as soon as a guy like walks funny or like interrupts her, she just dumps him immediately. She's got very, very high standards. And this is about the summer before college where she starts dating this musician who is the sunshine to her grumpy, and he goes against like all of her rules, and she's a goner. It's so funny because having read this when I was like 11 or 12 years old and having read it every single year since, I am so completely removed from reality in terms of if I actually would like this if I read it now for the first time. I have no idea. I love this book. I think it was the first time I ever read a main character, especially like in a YA, who was kind of bitchy and not meek and who was very, very confident, and I just ate it all up. I ate it up. This also kind of follows a different pattern of a relationship than I had ever read at that point in my life, which I was 11. I hadn't read that many books yet. But even still, I feel like it follows a different arc than most books, which is pretty cool. And yes, you did see a little montage of me going to the library, so here are the books I got. I got The Curious Incident of the Dog of the Nighttime. I also saw people reading this all the time in middle school. I never read it, and I've had FOMO ever since. This copy is very old. There's like nasty shit all over it. I need to disinfect it. Why am I touching my eye? This copy This cover is supposed to be as red as my nails, and it shows that the first person who got it in January of 2004. I was in like the 4th grade. That's crazy. Ugh. I have to go back to work. Let me quickly show you the other book I got. I just saw pink. I saw the title Bubblegum. And look at this cover. It's like a little ball, but it has claws coming out of it. It is very thick. I don't know that I'm actually gonna get to it, but I'm gonna start it. I need to get back to work and wash my hands.
I've seen the world on my own, but it doesn't look the same. Black and blue, and I don't know why I ever looked away. The sun is always shining, even when it goes away. Until it comes back around, I'm here to light the way.
Hi, it's after work. For some reason, I can't gather my thoughts through my mouth hole. Everything is coming out gibberish. So let me just give you a quick update. I started listening to this while working, but I was having a lot of computer issues, so I had to put it down. And instead, I just took a familiar reread. I'm rereading the Private series. This is like a boarding school. There's like a mystery over the course of 4 of the books. Lots of drama, just fun YA middle school shit. And then just now I read 30 more pages of this book, so I'm on page 62. I'm having a lot of fun. I expect that for the rest of the book. This is about, I don't know if I said already, it's about a vampire lady who goes into an arranged marriage with the alpha of a werewolf clan, and they're complete enemies. Not just the 2 characters, but the species. So there's like lots of stakes. Get it? Stakes, because she's a vampire. That's what I'm guessing the crux of the story is, but actually our main character, whose name is Misery, has a friend who she loves and who she grew up with, I guess, like in a foster home, because she kind of had to go live in the human world as collateral. It's how their whole political system works, whatever. She has this friend who's gone missing, and the reason she agrees to go live with this werewolf and marry him is because his name was like one of the last things that her friend wrote before she went missing. So we kind of have an investigation that's gonna happen, I'm guessing. I am interested in finding out what happened, but I'm more interested in them interacting more. They've only had like 1.5 interactions, and I need more. Y'all, I am giggling. There's a scene. Okay, first of all, one reason I love werewolf shit or fairy shit or non-human shit is because they talk about sense. I know that really bothers some people. I know, like, with the criticism for Sarah J. Maas's writing, there are some people who are like, oh my god, the way she talks about smell and stuff. I eat that shit up because I am a smell kind of person. If you haven't noticed me smelling every single book I own, and especially with humans. Like, if Grant smells good, I literally jump him. And so this one scene, they're going into enemy territory and he has to mark her with his scent. Do you see me blushing? He has to like nuzzle her. It had me. Oh my god. She is so convinced that he thinks she stinks, and I don't blame her because he's not really said otherwise, but he's like, you smell so fucking good. But at this point, after he marks her, which, oh my god, she's like, do I smell better? She's like, my smell. Do I smell like ... He says, mine. A rumble in his throat. You smell like you're mine. I'm sorry. I'm into it. Like, it's goofy and I'm laughing, but also I'm blushing. I look like a literal child blushing at some dude smelling a girl. That sounds weird. All right, I need to start getting ready for bed, but I got to page 270, chapter 20. I read through chapter 21. I'm at chapter 22, and I'm having fun. The audiobook is great. I think this is the narrator who does all of her audiobooks, and she just has such sass and personality in her voice. It's really entertaining. The only thing I have an issue with, and it's not a huge issue because again, I just went into this looking for a lighthearted time, is that I don't like it when there's a mystery or thriller aspect to a specific romance as opposed to like a mystery thriller with a side romance, because it just feels like it doesn't mesh completely well because they're all concerned about these high stakes things. I'm not going to tell you anything, spoiler free, but then they start making out and it's like, wouldn't you be worried about, you know, your lives or the people you care about's lives instead of just making out with each other right now? I don't know. It doesn't seem like it meshes well. And I would rather, I don't know. Because I am intrigued about the mystery. I wish for it to be, I guess, better woven together in a more seamless way instead of like, oh, here's a mystery bit, here's a romance bit, here's a mystery bit, here's a romance bit. It feels a little clunky, but again, having fun. Not why I went into the book for a mystery. I didn't even know there was a mystery in here. So I think I'm going to listen to the rest at work tomorrow. That'll make my day a lot better, I think. Hello, it's Thursday after work and I did finish Bride. My feelings changed pretty quickly. Like, I was still having fun, I wasn't taking it too seriously, but then there are a couple things in it that I'm just like, ugh. I wasn't that interested in the plot, but after a minute, I wasn't that interested in the romance, and there were a couple things that happened. First of all, the third act, one of the characters, not gonna say who, just says something so rude and so mean, and we all know, including the characters, that they're just saying it to push this person away. But it was that level of petty that I would not be able to forgive them. It gave me the ick, and I was instantly like, nope, no, not feeling it anymore. Even if they grovel, no, I'm out. I'm probably taking it personally because this is something that someone could very easily say to me, and I took it personally. I was listening while I was working, and I literally was like, ah! Like the character said it straight to me. What an actual asshole. No. Also, there was a lot more discussion of anatomical things happening, and I get it for like a fantasy or paranormal creatures, but it felt so biological at one point, and also there was so much, I don't know, talk about it. It just kind of got me out of the experience. The spicy scenes itself, they also were very awkward, and that's probably more realistic. Like, there's fumbling and like awkwardness, and one of our main characters is very inexperienced, so it feels realistic, but at the same time, I don't want my paranormal romance to be realistic. I want it to be seamless, and I want there to be lots of tension that's not interrupted by an awkward thing that's happening. Again, this is just a personal preference. And then finally, at the beginning of every chapter, there is a little, sometimes it's just a sentence about his perspective. And at first I thought it was interesting because I thought it was going to give us insight into things. It was completely useless at the end of it. Like, what is the point of this? And some of them were so goofy. I guess it did make it funnier, but I don't want to take anything away from the fact that I was so interested in the first half of this, and I do love Allie Hazelwood, and I do like vampires and werewolves, so I'm still gonna give this a 3.5. I feel like there's definitely potential. I mean, a very obvious setup for a next book, and I'll be reading it for sure. But yeah, not an all-time favorite. Wasn't really expecting it to be. I was expecting a 4-star though. I really want to work on my paint by numbers, so I do have the audiobooks available for both of these books. And I think I'm gonna go with the push because I am really not in a romance mood now. I think I need a break for a second. And I'm gonna get into this. This is about a woman named Blythe, and she gives birth to a baby girl, and she doesn't like her. And that makes me instantly mad, but obviously we're supposed to feel that way, so I just want to know what the surprise is. She ends up having another kid. It's a boy. She loves him to death. She still doesn't like her daughter. It says something tragic happens. I'm guessing her son's gonna die. That's just my guess from the way it's worded. It forces Blythe to face the truth. So does she think her daughter did it? I mean, I don't even know that he dies, and I'm not gonna tell you if that's true because I don't want to spoil anything, but I've already tried to solve this without reading any pages of it. The first sentence, let's read it. First of all, the quote at the beginning of the book, I'm not even gonna reread it because it made me tear up while I was PMSing, and I can't take that right now. First sentence is, your house glows at night like everything inside is on fire. Okay, why is she talking to me? What the heck? This is someone talking to Blythe. Interesting. Ooh, I like how this is constructed. It looks like all of it's going to be someone talking to us. Interesting. Okay, I'm gonna get to reading and listening, painting. Let's go. Okay, wait, I look like I'm pretending to be Cruella de Vil. I'm trying not to get paint everywhere because I often do that. I just listened to, I guess it was the preface, and she's not talking to Blythe, this narrator, she's talking to the husband, and she's watching this family. It's a mother, father, a son, and a daughter, and the mother's pregnant. We don't know if this is Blythe or maybe the narrator's Blythe, but she's saying that she's watching. She sees the daughter. She says something about like our daughter, meaning this is the mother of... I'm so confused and I'm so intrigued because the daughter is looking straight at her and she's not flinching. She goes back inside and she's just like staring. and I can't tell who the menace is. Is it the stranger? Is it the dad? Is it the daughter? Is it the mother? It's not the son. He seems innocent enough. Intrigue. What a prologue. Guys, this is a juicy, juicy book. I'm on page 157, about halfway through. Wow. It's crazy because they're doing such a good job of making me doubt everyone's intentions and if they're being honest. I just don't know. It's interesting because the person who's speaking is Blythe. I'm pretty sure, like I'm 98% sure. There's still a 2% chance it's like, what's going on? But we are getting flashbacks to Blythe's childhood with her mother, and then her mother's childhood with her mother, and then briefly that grandmother's tragic, like how she got married and had a kid. There's a lot of generational trauma, and the way we're getting it, it weirdly makes me feel like there's a curse or something in this family, because the daughters, whenever they're daughters, they're so innocent and they are nice and sweet, and sadly they are mistreated by their mothers, and you wonder what had to happen for that shift to happen. And then Blythe, I don't know. If you were intrigued at the autobiography that Verity wrote, I would pick this book up because yikes. I feel like I have to finish this tonight. We'll see if that actually happens. It's getting late. I need to make some dinner. But here, look at my picture. I haven't worked on this in like over a week. I was doing greens. I finally got to yellow, my friends. Finally got to yellow. I can't wait till we get to red and pink. I'm saving it for last because it's my favorite. Hello, it's Friday after work and I just finished the push. What a story. Also, I thought I had seen spoilers for this and I hadn't, so that's good. I wasn't spoiled for anything, and I just thought this was such a steady read. I was just fascinated the whole time. There was so much family drama. There was so much tension in the air without too much happening, and I think when books are written like that, it's so impressive to me. So I have to give this 5 stars because there was literally nothing I disliked about this. I was engaged the entire time. My heart was beating fast. Everything was told in a way that was very nuanced. Everyone had bad things that they did and good things that they did. No one was just like a black or white kind of character. And the thing that just really gets me is the generational stories about Blythe's mother's mother, and them as daughters. And it's just, I don't know. I have some interesting theories that I've made up about this whole story, but yeah. What a win. I wasn't expecting, well, I was hoping I would really love this, but I don't think I even thought it would be a 5-star, that I'd be like a 4.5 at the very most, but wow, very much enjoyed this. And yeah, it was weird because I think if I were still PMSing, this would have ripped me up because it's a lot about mommy issues and I have a lot of those. So if you're into that sort of stuff, pick it up. Now it is 5 p.m. I need to figure out what to read. I think we're gonna go get sushi tonight, maybe watch a movie. And the vlog ends tonight, so I don't know what to like pick up. You know what? Maybe I'll finish Private since I started it in this vlog. This is a reread, like I said, one of my middle school favorites. I think this was the first book I read after I read Twilight, and I was like, okay, this is the book I want to read now because the first sentence is, "Where I come from, everything is gray." And so I was like, oh, this is a similar vibe to Forks. This is a completely different vibe, but it's still fun if you were like 12 years old, which makes a lot of sense because I'm 29 and I'm reading it, you know. Anyway, I think I'm gonna get back to my painting and I'll give you an update when I'm done of the painting of the book. I'll tell you what it's about and we'll wrap this week up. All right, it is later and I finished Private. I also had to take my makeup off because I had some sort of allergic reaction. It came out of nowhere, but I'm still alive. This is just fun. It's not as beloved as some of my favorites like this Lullaby. I have a whole list of middle school books. Maybe I'll do a whole reading vlog of it, but also you've probably read all of the books. It's probably really boring. This one's just really fun though because I love a boarding school setting. It's very Gossip Girl feeling, almost Mean Girls, but it's not a comedy at all. The main character is insufferable actually. She's not the reason I read this story. I don't even know what it is. I think it's just a familiarity kind of thing. It's like a comfort read. The first 4 books go over an arc. Somebody goes missing, somebody gets murdered, and there's a sort of... It's not even that our main character is investigating. It's just our main character is just living this rich girl life while all this mystery stuff is happening in the background. There's like a sorority feeling to this. I think the reason I love Scream Queens so much is probably because of this book. Anyway, the work week is complete and let me go over some stats. I finished 4 books. Also, LOL, this book is so old. I am not going to be rating my rereads just because it feels unfair to put it in my ratings at the end of the year because how do I even rate these? I have no idea at this point, but I did thoroughly enjoy myself and I find so much comfort in rereading. It's something I used to do a lot before I had BookTube. I'm not gonna hesitate this year when I'm like feeling it. Also, let me know what your favorite reread is, especially like a middle school reread. Those are always fun. And then I read Bride. I gave this 3.5. I also had a lot of fun. If I read this in middle school, I would have died, like in the best way. And then I got a 5-star from this, what is this, a mystery? Not even really, it's like a family drama. I don't know, so fun. But also like, ooh, that was heavy. My goal of doing the weekly reading vlogs is to read more after work and it definitely helped this week. Monday, I didn't read anything or vlog anything. Tuesday, I read 345 pages. Wednesday, I read 378 pages. Thursday, I read 283 pages. And today, I read 265 pages. And it's crazy because it doesn't feel like I read all that many. Mostly because I was listening to audiobooks for most of them. I've been in an audiobook lately and I'm just going with it. Let me show you my picture. This is the second reading vlog. I've been working on this and I'm like halfway done, which is kind of sad, but also there's a lot of detail and it's gonna be so satisfying when I'm finally done. Maybe the next reading vlog. All right, I'm gonna go now, but let me know if you've read any of these books. Let me know your opinions. I know a lot of you had this on your TBR for this month, so let me know what you thought and I'll see you later. Goodbye.